started the game, we were making stupid mistakes, follow through on the tackles. Like we were so anxious to go score a try and win. We were so anxious of going to winning this game that we forgot we were better than them. So I think it got like the boys just remembered who they are and how good they are.
We were matured, as we try to say. The boys were matured. Basically, means that they put on their shoulders that they had to give everything that they had to make that happen. The infamous picture that you're talking about is the famous King George, aka George Oro. He's a really good and passionate player.
Madrid last week, where the Kenya Sevens team beat Germany to earn a spot back in the World Series. Talk to us about that experience, because it's still fresh. Like watu wengi tulikuwa tumeingiwa tumbo joto. We had butterflies. We did not know what was going to happen. What was the mood like in Madrid pre-tournament? Konye.
So, thank you for having me here, and I just want to send a vote of thanks to a lot of Kenyan fans from all over the world that and showed up to Madrid for this epic tournament. This epic tournament had its first time. It's the first time that they're doing sevens in Madrid, and actually it's a different format where we also almost have 4 tournaments in one tournament. So building up to it the build-up was pretty big. Again, it's been advertised as one of the biggest grand finale throughout the year. We did not know what to expect, considering this was completely new. So we had a band of people that Kenyans that were able to, commit to time. Quite a few people from, the Schengen nations, and then a lot of Irish fans, a lot of UK fans flew in for their pseudo vacations, and we all met up in Madrid. The build-up was strong, considering we had come off a tournament in Munich a couple of weeks before, where unfortunately we did not finish where we wanted to be. We finished at number 5 instead of where we were expecting to be in the top 3, hopefully. But again, we lost a critical match that kind of beat us, which beat ourselves. But again, you learn, you live and learn. If you ever played in a sport, you have to realize that some days you're going to lose some games and some days you're going to win some games. So going up to Madrid, we were really anxious, and we knew that if you lose a game, there's a possibility that you may not be able to get a chance. But then we came to find out that every team that had played in the season actually had an opportunity on the last day to redeem themselves. So even if you had won all the games during the weekend, you could have potentially lost the last game, and that would have been it. So there was a lot of butterflies on Sunday. So let's make it short.
Okay, now that right there was very confusing, because even going into the tournament, I personally thought that I had understood what it would take for Kenya to qualify. Then I found out that I actually did not understand, because my assumption was that the top 2 teams in the 2 pools automatically qualify. So when Kenya won the second game, I was busy celebrating that to make qualify, only to be told that there is another playoff game happening the next day, which became very scary. It was a one and done. You win or you go home. And of course, in that game, I think, Germany scored the first try, tumbo joto, mara tumekula sinbin. But we went and had a very emphatic win. And there was a picture that Arigi captured when that try was being scored, when those 2 German players were trying to tackle, they were trying to run after a Kenyan who was going to score a try. And to me, that was representative of the whole season. Like, goodbye relegation, and we are back. So that was really, really amazing. But at the same time, it was very scary. I don't know whether you guys were feeling the same thing out in the stands.
Oh, the energy was live. The energy was live. As you are able to recall, first, again, Germany drew the first blood.
Yeah.
And that's when the reality hits. Mike Tyson usually says, you're always ready for a boxing match until you get punched in the face. That's a famous, Mike Tyson quote.
Yeah.
So when Germany drew the first blood, we were like, wow, this is reality. But I think if you were to look at the replay of the game, after that initial try for Germany, we were matured. As we try to say, the boys were matured. Basically means that they put on their shoulders that they had to give everything that they had to make that happen. The infamous picture that you're talking about is the famous King George, aka George Orwell. He's a really good and passionate player, and when he comes in, he's almost a finisher, what we call a bomb squad. He comes in for the last 4 minutes of the game, but he's a very big impact player. So that's an epic picture that is gonna be ingrained in our memories for a very, very long time. There are other players who made some good plays, including like George Okoth. Wekesa has always been performing because I think all the other teams were expecting, our wingers to be the ones to be catching the ball, but then we have a different mode of attack.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't just the picture, but even the video, when it came to the finishing. He got the ball, he stole the ball, and he just alienda, na kaenda, and then the dance after. To me, that represented the old Kenya, the Kenya that we were missing. The players who were playing loose, they were playing happy, they were dancing, and I think that's when Kenya is at its most dangerous.
And then, Mika. So, for me, where Konya said matured, for me, I actually felt that at that particular moment, because when they started the game, we were making stupid mistakes, follow through on the tackles. Like we were so anxious to go score a try and win. We were so anxious of going to winning this game that we forgot we were better than them. So I think it got like the boys just remembered who they are and how good they are, and the moment they relax and they're like, yo, we are better than these people. And the moment they relax, we're a good team. And we saw from the try that we scored, right? Because they scored, we scored, then we got a yellow, then they pinned us on our 22 for quite a while because we did a few penalties. But then what happened? We relaxed. And with 6 players, we basically outplayed them with 6 players. By the time our yellow was done, there was no way for them to come back in that game. Like you could see there was this happy, they were enjoying the game, right? And then they were feeding from the crowd. When you saw the crowd jumping and dancing and laughing, and then even when you scored, you didn't hear that that you usually hear. Like the crowd nyamaza, then started singing again, and it just got into them and they flew with that.
That was some amazing moments. And here Sambaza says, I guess Konye Wanjoroge has done the full circuit on both the 2 league sides. We're gonna find that. We're gonna find out about that.